"Oh, Dad, I really want a hamburger. I tried one once and it was so delicious. Will you buy me one when you have money?" Denny tugged at Jack's sleeve, his little nose eagerly inhaling the scent of fried potatoes wafting from a popular fast food restaurant. Jack felt a deep, uncomfortable pang inside. Not long ago, he could have bought the entire restaurant with its overly polite staff. Now he couldn't even afford that tantalizing burger. The young father instinctively squeezed his son's hand. To his left, little Mira trudged along quietly. She asked for nothing, knowing they couldn't afford it. "Denny," Jack said, trying to sound carefree, "I promise I'll buy you whatever you want. Just give me some time, kids. Soon you'll have everything you desire. But for now, I'll make you hamburgers at home that will beat any others." Jack's stomach rumbled. At work, he could only afford instant noodles for lunch. He didn't expect a hearty dinner at home either. Arriving home, he handed the children over to Grandma Sylvia, who bustled about, helping them out of their clothes. While Grandma fussed over the children in the hallway, Jack found a lone meatball in the fridge. "The last one," he sighed. It was more bread than cheap meat, hardly deserving the name meatball, but it's something. On the stove, some fried potatoes were still warm. "Great, you'll have dinner just like at the rural restaurant," he said. Jack sliced some black bread, added grated carrots, a pickle, and a bit of mayonnaise. He topped it with a slice of the cutlet and another piece of bread. He made a second sandwich the same way, then added potatoes to the plate and called the children. "Here you go, homemade hamburgers and almost fries," he announced cheerfully. "With black bread?" Jenny asked, surprised. "Exactly. Our restaurant is celebrating Simple Cuisine Week. Everyone loves it," Jack laughed. The children sat down and eagerly devoured their dinner, appreciating their father's effort. They had long dreamed of being part of a normal family, and now their wish had come true. Even Mira was happy, though she struggled to express it. After sending the kids to watch cartoons before bed, Jack washed the dishes and went to bed. How his life had changed. What would happen next? When did it all begin? Yes, at that birthday party 7 years ago. If he could go back, would he attend? Who knows? Frank decided to celebrate his birthday at a rented cottage, anticipating a wild party with his young carefree friends. Jack was invited, but didn't want to go. First, it would be full of show-offs from the city, flaunting their wealth. Second, he'd have to spend money on a gift, which he couldn't afford. And third, his ex had left him for someone richer, leaving his self-esteem in tatters. Plus, Jack had a strange feeling that something bad would happen at the party, so he decided not to go, but still wanted to wish his friend a happy birthday, so he called his friend. "Hey Frank, happy birthday! Hope everything goes great for you. Cheers!" "Thanks, bro. Come by. I sent you the address." "Listen, Frank, I probably won't make it. You know, circumstances and all." "Yeah, I know your circumstances. Eloise dumped you." "Too bad, man. Forget her and move on. Come over. I'll introduce you to some great girls. If you don't show up, I'll be offended. Did you get that? Seriously, no party without you. See you tonight." So Jack had to go. What to bring? A bottle of good whiskey? Always a good choice. The party turned out to be wild. It was outstanding how the landlord didn't mind letting crazy students trash the place. "One day I'll have a place like this," Jack unexpectedly said to himself. He felt a chill inside when a strong hand suddenly gripped his shoulder, followed by a raspy, slightly drunken laugh. "You'll have an even better place than this dump. Hey, Jack! Nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming. It wouldn't be the same without you." At first, Jack felt uncomfortable. The guys at the party discussed things he didn't understand, mostly about some trendy gadgets or fancy cars. Guys in their 20s love. Jack wasn't into gadgets or speed cars, so he had nothing to say. But the girls were checking him out. No wonder. a handsome, athletic guy with a nice smile. However, they didn't approach him. Several hours passed, and it got dark. Jack was ready to head home. Many were already drunk and starting to act crazy. The girls had scattered to different corners, and it was getting boring. Besides, he needed to stick to his routine. So Jack said goodbye to the birthday boy and called a taxi. As the car pulled up and Jack was about to get in, a blonde, long-legged stunner in incredibly tight leggings and a light top practically fell into him. The blonde was clearly drunk, but she managed to stay upright on her high heels. Breathing alcohol fumes into Jack's face, she slurred, Wait, this is… What's your name again?" "Jack," the young man replied, confused. "Listen, Jack, take me with you in your car, okay? Where are you going? I'm coming with you. I can't drink any more. See those guys over there? A little more and I'll pass out, and they'll get something that I don't want to share with them." Jack looked at the guys. Their gaze did seem predatory. Despite his aversion to drunk girls, the noble knight within him won out. "All right, get in, let's go." "Oh, thank you," the girl slurred and clumsily climbed into the front seat. She struggled to speak clearly. "I'm Sutton, and I'm probably a bit drunk." Within 3 minutes she was asleep. Since the girl was sleeping soundly and snoring, waking her up to ask for her address was impossible. Jack had to take her to his place. It was no easy task to drag her to his apartment. The beauty stubbornly clung to the stairs with her heels. But finally she found herself in a warm bed under a blanket, while Jack modestly settled on the kitchen floor. In the morning, Sutton complained about a headache, but Jack didn't let her dwell on it. He rushed to the pharmacy for a special remedy for such occasions. After coming to her senses, Sutton drank some coffee and turned into a quite adequate person, even an adorable girl. She took her phone out of her bag and turned it on. Immediately, missed call notifications started pouring in. "Oh no, Dad," she groaned, making a painful face. "Jack, thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened to me. I have to go home or my dad will kill me." She quickly gathered her things, kissed Jack on the cheek, and left the hospitable apartment. Jack sighed in relief. On one hand, it was interesting to take care of a beautiful girl, and Sutton was incredibly beautiful. But on the other hand, he didn't like such adventures. He didn't like it when something disrupted his usual routine, so he hurried to put this situation out of his mind. In 4 days he had a job interview. If he got the job, he would finally have money, and his life would change. He could move out of this flea-ridden place. It was embarrassing to even invite a girl over. Just the other day, his new acquaintance Sutton had to shower in a broken bathtub. What a disgrace. No wonder Eloise left for a wealthier man, unwilling to wait for Jack to get back on his feet. And how was she doing now? Probably happy. A few days passed. Jack was nervous as he walked into the interview. This job was crucial for him. Imagine his surprise when he found Sutton sitting importantly behind the manager's desk. Seeing her recent acquaintance, she relaxed her shoulders and put on a more approachable face. "Oh, Jack, what a surprise! What are you doing here? Are you here for an interview? I've been trying to find your number. I wanted to call, but I didn't want to ask Frank. We fell out at that party. He was hitting on me, and I turned him down. He's probably still mad." "No, Sutton, he's not like that. He's most likely embarrassed for his behaviour." "Oh, please. Guys like you get embarrassed. He doesn't." "Sutton, that's all well and good, but who do I talk to about the job?" "Me, of course. This is my dad's company. Well, a branch of it. He put me in charge of hiring. I've been working here since my 2nd year of college. I know everything. Don't think I'm just some daddy's girl getting paid for nothing. I love my job and I'm good at it. I started practically as a janitor. My dad believes in honest and career growth. Come, sit down." Jack sat down hesitantly. Sutton handed him some forms and tests. She tried to help a couple of times, but Jack was too proud and refused. He completed the forms, handed them to Sutton, and 2 days later he received an email from her. He got the job. That evening, Sutton called him herself. "Why aren't you answering? Did you get the email? They say you're a smart guy. Unconventional solutions according to the test. Let's celebrate tonight. No excuses." Despite his modest provincial upbringing, that evening he found himself kissing Sutton, the wealthy girl. He thought he was just a fling for her, but she was serious. 3 months later she dragged him to the registry office. "Why did you choose me?" he asked Sutton. "You should be with someone else, not me." "Silly," she laughed. "I'm done with those rich boys. They're not real. Egoists, and many of them are into bad things. You're real. I want to be with you." Surprisingly, her father didn't object. He was strict in business, but preferred not to meddle in matters of the heart. "I come from a small village myself, and I'm not ashamed of it. Looking back, I see how far I've come. But I have worked hard, lived and fought. I see the same in you. You've exceeded expectations in your time working for me. We'll train you a bit more, help you out at first, and you can take over the branch. After that, I'll hand you the whole region." Sometimes Jack thought it was all a dream. Just yesterday he was a simple boy, and now he was managing a branch of a serious company. Of course, he had to travel a lot for work. Sutton, however, was very jealous when he was away. His father-in-law joked that Sutton just needed children to keep her busy and stop her from worrying. Jack, too, felt ready for children after nearly 7 years of marriage. 30 was a great age to become a father. But Sutton was adamantly against it. She wanted a big, pure love, but only for herself. She didn't want to share Jack with anyone, not even with children. She was even jealous of his work, though she considered herself a career woman. Plus, she didn't want to ruin her figure. In short, the conversation about children wasn't going well. For Jack, this was a significant issue. He was a classically raised man and couldn't imagine a family without children. He loved kids, found them joyful and full of life. That's why he volunteered to deliver a donation from their company to a charity organisation. There was a shelter for those who had suffered violence or found themselves in difficult situations. There was an old woman, Sylvia, with 2 charming children, Denny and Mira. The boy was about 6, the girl almost 4. The boy was lively, though a bit thin, and the girl was sullen, sucking her thumb and looking at everyone like a little wolf. The old woman had bad legs and couldn't take care of her great-grandchildren properly. Her granddaughter had sold the apartment and gotten involved with addicts. It was a miracle she had given birth to a healthy child. "Oh, what a story we have here! I'm sorry," the old woman lamented about her life. "I never thought my dear Eloise would end up like this. Everything seemed fine when she married that wealthy, educated man. I thought she was well taken care of. I'm her only family, so I could die in peace. But no. Soon Eloise gave birth. Her husband suspected the child wasn't his and did a paternity test. And he was right, the baby wasn't his. He kicked Eloise out with nothing but the clothes on her body. She returned to me instantly. Oh, she cried and hated that baby. She fell into depression and started drinking, though she had never touched alcohol before. She found out that the baby's father, whom she met before her husband, had married a wealthy beauty and was happy. And then she had Mira. She didn't take care of either of the children. She didn't even go near Mira. And then she drowned herself in the river, driven by her misery. Oh, Jack, I only stopped crying for her because I've shed all my tears. When Eloise was still herself, not the wreck she became, she made me transfer the apartment to her name, and then she lost it. Where could we go? Only here." Jack listened to the old woman's story, his heart aching deeply, as if a stone had dislodged and fallen within him. While the elderly lady told her tale, she pulled out a picture of her granddaughter from happier times and handed it to Jack. From the photo, his Eloise smiled back at him. Without any explanation, Jack left the shelter. For 2 nights Jack couldn't sleep. On the 3rd day he returned to the orphanage and revealed everything. Granny Sylvia wept. Later they told Denny. The boy was overjoyed. He had a real father. Jack found her a clean, cosy apartment with all the amenities, and an elderly woman and kids moved in there. The man regularly visited the little ones. One day, returning home after visiting the children and bringing them groceries, he found an enraged Sutton waiting outside his door. "Where are you always going, following the same route? Do you think I can't track you and your mistress?" "Sutton, come on, don't be silly, there's no mistress." "Get in the car." "Sutton, you can't order me around like this. I don't deserve it." "Get in the car. I'm at my wit's end. Let's go see this wretch of yours." Jack couldn't argue. It was easier to comply with her demand. He drove his wife to the address and they entered the apartment together. "Jack, you're back. Forgot something?" Granny murmured. Sutton froze in the doorway. "What? With her? The old hut?" "Sutton, it's not what you think. Let me explain. This boy Denny is my son, and Mira is his sister." "Oh, you! So you have kids on the side, you bastard! Honest, sincere, decent, how could you? You're Alphonse the professional. Keep your dirty secrets to yourself. I want nothing more to do with you." Sutton yanked the ring off her finger and threw it at Jack. Turning sharply, she stormed out of the apartment and his life. That same day, all of Jack's accounts were blocked. He was denied entry to his apartment for his belongings. Sutton had changed the locks. He was left without a job and money, with 2 children and an ailing elderly woman. Because of his honesty, he had practically saved nothing. He could have hidden some accounts from his wife, but that wasn't Jack's way. Jack and his new family moved into a cheaper apartment because finding a good job quickly wasn't possible. There were no savings, and the children needed to be fed today. Jack lost weight and looked worse. Falling from grace was painful, but the main thing was that he had his children. He had someone to care for, and though Mira was difficult, Denny's love was enough for both of them. The boy was happy to finally have a father. Playing with his son, Jack would forget about the catastrophic lack of money. One evening, his phone rang. It was Sutton. "Hello, Jack. We both made mistakes. I'm ready for a dialogue. I'm ready to forget and forgive everything. Come back home." Jack shuddered with joy. He missed home, missed his wife, for he loved Sutton and was deeply attached to her. "Thank you, Sutton. I knew you were a good, kind person. You understand." "No, Jack, I refuse to understand. I'm giving you one last chance. Come back and we'll both forget what you've done. But I will keep an eye on you. Mess up again and I won't forgive you." "Sutton, I see where you're going with this. I won't abandon the children." "You won't abandon them? How noble! Then stay in your flea-ridden place with the old woman. You have half an hour to decide. If you don't call back, it's over. You won't find a decent job and you'll end up on the streets. We did everything for you, and this is how you repay us." Sutton hung up, and Jack silently deleted her number. He had no intention of calling back, but he knew the road ahead would be tough. The children's health issues added to his problems. Their poor living conditions in early life had taken a toll, and Jack struggled to feed them properly. Money was desperately short. To make matters worse, little Mira had caught pneumonia. The young, attractive nurse, Ramona, initially wanted to scold the negligent father for letting the child's condition worsen, but she soon realised that Jack was genuinely concerned and that this was no ordinary family. While Mira was in the hospital, Jack received a call from his old friend Frank, the same one whose party had brought Jack and Sutton together. "Hey, Jack, long time no see. I heard about what your father-in-law did. And Sutton. Wow, she's something else. But we won't dwell on that, right? I've got a job offer for you. A position no worse than the one with your father-in-law. But in return, I just need some information about his company. Just a few details. Some figures. Can you help?" "Frank, good to hear from you, but no, I can't do that." Wait, don't hang up. I don't need info about your father-in-law's company. Our businesses are different. I just wanted to test you. Come see me tomorrow. We need people like you. See you." Once again, Jack felt like he was dreaming. Just yesterday, he had nothing. And today, he had a great job. Frank even gave him a generous advance, saying, "I need people like you, with experience, character and integrity." Jack even stopped being annoyed by Ramona's constant calls, updating him on Mira's condition almost every hour. "Ramona, when does your shift end? Let's go to a cafe. What do you say?" Ramona, blushing and giggling, replied, "We're not supposed to do that, but I thought you'd never ask. I can meet you later." "I'll be waiting." Mira recovered. Jack's financial situation improved. Life was looking up. He even rented a separate apartment for Grandma Sylvia in the same building and bought her necessary medications, even helping her get new teeth. The children transformed, becoming happier and healthier. Soon it became clear that Mira was quite the chatterbox, a far cry from the silent girl she used to be. These wonderful changes weren't just due to money. The children now had a new, loving mother, as Jack had married Ramona. 3 years later, the couple welcomed another boy. Overjoyed, Jack decided to build his dream home. Surprisingly, he completed it rapidly. A couple of years later, he parted ways with Frank, thanking him sincerely for everything and starting his own business. Frank was happy for his friend, though sorry to see him go, for people like Jack were difficult to find.